Welcome to Oval Window Racing. Today we are here with Emily, my daughter. She is the owner of Hubert, the car getting a facelift, and hopefully back on the road one day. And in order to do that, we need an engine. So today we're going to test fit some bearings in this. And there's a couple of steps we do and a couple of things we find out while we do it. Well, first thing we're going to do is test fit, and we're just going to bolt the case half together. But first we got to take it back apart here and make sure there's no debris. What we're looking for is to see if the case will actually pull together. So let's get going. When we bolt this together, Emily, we're looking to make sure that these and these pull together. If they don't pull together, you're not going to have any oil pressure, especially during like idle. You may have it during higher RPMs, but just when we bolt the case together, just make sure there's no debris. Just came back from machine shop again.
What, like the third time?
Yes, we will clean this probably 2 more times before we actually do a final assembly. All right, looks good. Did you bring your torque wrench?
No.
You got your very own torque wrench. Let's use it.
I didn't put my shoes on.
Cows.
Cows.
All right, well, this is a manual on how to assemble a Volkswagen engine.
I don't think I have one.
And the manufacturer's suggestion for these case half bolts, which I believe are the M12s, is 25 foot-pounds. So that's where we're going to torque it first. But we may find, it's one of the jobs we're doing here, is actually finding my torque spec. Okay, that's the manufacturer's torque spec, but this case has been heated up, cooled down, heated up and cooled down, machined, modified, so it may require something a little different, and that's what we're doing today. We're double checking our numbers and seeing what we come up with. If it comes down to 25 foot-pounds, that'd be a bonus, you know, because this is not a new case. It's what we consider a seasoned case.
Well seasoned.
Well seasoned. What'd you coin this?
Nothing but trouble?
Nothing but trouble. I hope he runs just as hard as he goes together. So we need the 6 washers. These are just our trial fitting. We'll actually use a different set of nuts and washers when we put them together, but shiny side up. Now the 6 nuts. And the nuts, there's a shiny side down. You see where they rub the washers. And you're going to start just lightly pulling it together. I usually start with the center bolts.
Lightly?
Yep, just go down to where it snugs. You're going the wrong way. Tighten it.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty, but which way's left, which way's right?
I got the wrench set for you, so when it clicks, you're going backwards.
Okay.
When it doesn't click, you're going down.
How tight? Just snug?
Just snug until it stops turning.
You start with both middle?
Yeah, doesn't matter. If you look, it was probably pulled, pulled together. Look on the top. Did it pull together? Case half up there. Yep, looks like it pulled together. I'll bring these other 6 down.
Okay. Twisted them. Is it like a certain... Doesn't matter?
Does what matter?
Which way I go?
Not really. I got a pattern when we go to torque I like, but I don't think in the book it tells anything about a pattern. All right, and we'll take this apart like that. Grab that. Did you set your torque wrench?
I did not. So you said what, 25?
25 foot-pounds what the book recommends.
So that's 2.
You see the 20 mark on here at all?
Kind of.
Or the 25?
I see 20.
So the other side is probably 25.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, so turn it up to the bottom of that line. It probably kind of curves down. There's a 0 on here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you're going to turn this all the way up so it hits the bottom of that line.
That's how it works. 0?
Yeah, because if it's like 26, and then you're going to go actually line it up with the 0 and then go to 1. Let's take a look. 25 on 0, yes, and then you're going to lock it down. Now you need that part that you dropped. Don't blame me for it.
Always my fault.
And then we're going to start with this nut here. Going the right way.
I don't know.
That's right, that's what happens.
Go.
Which way were you tightening them?
I can't remember.
Try it again. We'll back it up. I'll try it again. Okay, try the next one. Go here.
Here?
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
Click. We'll go to that one. Alright, now we're going to this one. But try coming over here and pulling instead of pushing.
I don't know about that.
You make it look like it's hard.
It is hard. Those are my legs. I am not.
Now we're just going to do this one.
This one.
Yep. Yep. See how I did the W?
Yeah.
Alright.
Which one did I not?
Should have done them all, but I always go back over them. I don't think you got this one. Make sure you got them. Double check them.
Broke a sweat.
Okay.
You make that look so easy.
Well, this next step requires a very special tool, a flashlight.
Light.
And we need to take some lights out. So it's going to get a little dark here. But remember I showed you the case halves?
Yeah.
We are going to shine the light in. So you're going to look through the hole back here and then look at this crack. See the crack here? Case half, the case half.
Yeah.
And then let me know if there's any light coming through it. Any light coming through it?
No. Oh. Mind my eyes though.
In the back? No light coming through the crack?
I mean, there's like a hole there. Is that supposed to be
Hole?
there?
No hole. No, I don't see any light coming through. You would see the light. You'd see
Where's
it.
that? Where's that? Where's that little thing right there?
Yeah, that hole right there is
Supposed to be
it's
there?
it's an oil hole.
Okay.
And then normally you don't have a problem here, but I always kind of check the back. In the back. It's usually the center one that gives you the problem. Yeah, we can kind of look at, I don't know if you can see the front or not through here. Oh yeah. Check the front. Alright, so this pulls together at 25 foot-pounds. There's no bearings in it. But we're going to double check it with bearings in it. And then adjust the torque spec if we need to. So we got now take this back apart and turn some lights on. Start anywhere, yep.
Anywhere? Why do I have nails?
To help you remove washers without magnets.
Man, who put this on?
You did. It's not much, it's only 25 foot-pounds.
Only?
Well, yeah, your rear axle nut goes to 240. Come on, muscles.
I used all my muscles and axe throwing yesterday.
Did you win?
No, I came second place.
I'm getting dirty here.
That's the whole point. See, throwing axes is easy. It's getting the axe out that's hard.
It can be. Alright, Jeremy was kind enough to machine in some of these little case separator wedges in here, which helps out a lot. Look at that, it's right
Easy.
apart. These are, they're not bearing holders, they're just bearing locators. Does that make sense?
Do they stay in there?
Yes, they stay in there.
Okay.
They just center the bearing. There should be 5. Why that one's being weird. There's the other 2. So I'll need one here. And then one goes on the other piece. Right there. Right, I jumped ahead of myself too much. We are going to hand fit a couple bearings first. There's several ways of, checking your bearings out. Is this the right way? Who knows? Is there a better way? Probably.
It's just another person's opinion.
Yeah. I'm a garage mechanic. I don't have all the tools to do this or the knowledge in math.
Math.
But basically, we got a round thing going into a round thing, and it's got to have a little bit of a clearance fit. And I just kind of feel.
Clearance fit.
Yeah, if I'll let you feel this, but this feels really good. You're going to push it. You want to have a little bit of pressure to push it down, and then it should take a little pressure to pull back out. So try that.
Does it matter which way it goes on?
No, not right now, because we're just trial fitting it.
So,
Yep.
pressure to go down.
Did you feel how much pressure it took? Kind of just
Just
pinched
a little bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's good.
Ow.
And it took a little bit to take it out. Yeah. Now the rear main, this is one reason it had to go back. You see how it's shiny in here?
Yeah.
Okay. What Jim and Jeremy like to do, instead of thrust cutting the case, because if it's okay, maybe it was a little questionable. Because sometimes all these older cases, this area where this lip fits, it's called the thrust, will get pounded out.
Oh.
And then you buy a double thrust bearing or a thicker thrust bearing. But instead of cutting on the case, because he said the case looked really good, he just buys or uses a thicker bearing and just turns it down to fit.
Oh, so you...
Yeah, so we're going to do the same thing back here, except for we want to make sure it's not going to rock back and forth, and it doesn't. It feels really good. If it rocks a little bit, or you can push it back and forth, there's a thrust problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, this kind of fits the same way. But yeah, that feels really good. You try it. It should feel just a slight squeeze and doesn't rock. And it takes a little bit to pull it out. Come on, muscles.
A little bit?
All right. And then another thing we have to look for, I'll show you the bearing here. You see this groove in here?
Yeah.
That's the oil groove, okay?
Okay.
The oil travels here, it goes into this hole, and then into this hole too. That oil's the crank, because the crank fits in here.
Mm.
And then, your crank's got holes in it. This is where all the oil pressure, this is your oil galleys. Okay, so when you're putting your pens in, make sure you put them in the right hole.
Yeah, you don't want to
See
put them
those
there.
holes in there? But what you need to do here is just kind of eyeball and make sure that that hole lines up with that bearing. So come on this side so you can see it. So you're going to just kind of eyeball down here so you can see the oil hole. You're going to look down this way.
Down this way?
Yeah, you see the oil hole?
Yeah.
Okay, see how it lines up with that line here?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's good. Sometimes
Okay.
this line will be off,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll have oil starvation issues and you'll
Yeah.
seize a crank.
You don't want to do that.
Some guys, I don't own a lathe, but they'll actually go on, kind of look and see if that's off to one side, and then they'll kind of chamfer the bearing a little bit. What I like to do is I actually chamfer these holes a little bit. And I do have video out there on that. Alright, so let's put the pins back in. And the reason, you can do this without doing this, but I like to line all the bearings up. That way when you go to put them on the crank, you make sure you're lining your dowel pin hole up with the dowel pin.
Okay.
So you're going to just put it in here and you're going to, and it lightly, it's hard to do. This actually fits really good.
I mean, it is nothing but trouble.
Did I actually get that? I think I did.
How can you tell?
Because it went all the way down.
Oh.
And same with this. See, this crank here goes on, or this crank. This is a bearing. This bearing goes on the crank, and then you put your gears on.
Okay.
So there's no way of getting this back off without pulling all the gears back off. So you definitely want to make sure that this one's going in the right way. See, you can kind of feel,
Just how it catches.
you can feel it and it'll go down, or push down. So
It's like Legos.
you do that.
Ah. So, right here?
Yep, you see your hole?
This one, right?
Nope, the dowel pin hole, yep.
And you just
Just kind of put it in there and slit it till you feel it and then push down. Did you get it?
I think so.
Yeah, looks like it's even. Now these ones,
First try.
these are half bearings. These are actually steel. These are all aluminum. These are a little easier. But when you do these, you push on the outside, never the center.
Is that like a way to crack it?
That's a good way. I doubt you'll bend these, but like on the rod,
Mm-hmm.
you'll bend them. You know,
So why are those halves and these are...
because there's no way to get them on the crank.
Okay.
Because that's in the center of the crank,
Um.
and you can't slide it on. You can slide this one on. You can slide that one on. You can slide this inner one on.
Just not that one.
Now this one has oil return, so you want to make sure you get this on the right side. You want it to return into the case, not out of the case. And again, the dowel pin will line it up.
Okay. That's why they have those.
Yep. One more. Where'd it go? There it is. And now, you line her back up. Now we're going to repeat the torque. One side is generally usually flatter than the other. Waiting on a woman. That should be a country song.
I'm learning.
On this side.
Was there a pattern or not?
First one's just to bring the case together. I always do the center. Start to torque it.
There?
Yep.
That's a push.
Well, you bring it over on this side. Now you pull.
I'm dyslexic.
Now check them all. Yep. All right, now we're back to needing the flashlight. So look in the back again.
Not take my eye out?
How's it look?
Good.
No, really? That's good.
I don't see any light.
Huh, that's sweet.
And the gap is gone.
I was kind of worried because we have issues with the cam bearing. It looks like it's sealed up good. All right, let's check the front one here really quick. Well, that's pretty sweet. It pulled together at 25 foot-pounds. All right, I gotta stop right here. I forgot to mention, like, if you torque your case down with the bearings in it and the case halves don't come together at like 25 foot-pounds, what I normally do is increase the torque to like 35 to 36 foot-pounds and recheck the case halves again, see if they pull together. Generally, that normally does the trick. But for some reason it doesn't, I will increase to 45 foot-pounds. If it still hasn't come together at that torque, there's something wrong. whether it's the line bore's off or the bearings aren't right. Now you got to start doing some more investigation. So yeah, we got lucky with this one. It came together. It's a good case, and we're really happy, and we're going to be moving on to the next step. I know everybody's probably screaming, why are you using an extension in the socket? Well, if you know where your torque spec's at, and you use that particular wrench, and that's that setup to put it back together, you should be a-okay. So I call that a success. Good job, Emily. Way to work the torque wrench.
I'm gonna have calluses now. And I'm gonna feel it tomorrow.
Like I said, the main reason to doing this is to double check your torque rating and to make sure that your case is pulled together, because that is very important. Ever since I've been doing this, I have not had a problem with an engine at an idle with low oil pressure. But yeah, so the next step is going to be to actually trial fit everything with the crank. We'll save that for another video. What do you think? Was it fun?
Yeah.
You like this or body work?
This. Bodywork's not fun.
So yeah, keep cruising and always enjoy the ride. We're out of here.
Before I was just another guy